Rebecca, thank you for joining me. How are you?
Thanks for having me. I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. We have to talk about Traumatica because I keep seeing it all over Instagram. I keep seeing it all over Facebook. This movie has a lot of steam heading to theaters tomorrow. Or well,
Tomorrow.
yeah.
Crazy, right?
So
Yeah.
so
Thank
we got to talk about this. What was it like on the set of this film because it looked like a lot of fun.
you. It was a lot of fun. I mean, a lot of my scenes weren't necessarily fun to film, if that makes sense, in terms of the heavy stuff. But the set itself is always a great experience. Pierre, the director, Pierre Sigarides, who also directed me in Two Witches, he's just makes the set very comfortable and encouraging and supportive. And so we always have a great time, even if the scene itself is difficult. It's always a great experience. I've nothing but great things to say working with them. They create a very peaceful space and they respect the work and they give me the time I need to get there and to do the dark material. And as far as and of course there's a few laughs as well, of course. Not a ton, but I had a great time filming, especially the first part of the movie before kind of it flashes back. Um, because it was fun to, I mean, the little boy wasn't on set when I was in the makeup, so a lot of it was just me and the running around with Pierre and the camera. And so those were really fun to figure out how to scare, the audience hopefully, and the dance and just all of that kind of stuff was just really fun to figure out. So I had a great time working on the movie.
You're definitely going to scare the audience because your makeup alone is nightmare fuel as it is.
Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, that's a shout out to KO who did the makeup. She's incredible. Every blister is individually placed. So she's got to match it every day. And she's incredible. She helps create the character and make it come to life for sure.
Wow, she had to individually do that every single day.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
incredible. Yeah,
that's
she's
patience.
incredible.
That's
Yeah.
just straight patience for you.
Yeah, because all I had to do was sit there. So, I didn't have to do the work.
There, we're not giving anybody spoilers because it hits theaters today. Well, when I drop this episode, but everybody should go see this film. Just straight up, I've already seen it. You should see it. And whenever we get streaming date, I'll be sure to drop it because this movie is probably my movie of the year so
Oh,
far.
that's so sweet. Thank you so much. That's so kind.
So where is this movie filmed?
We filmed in Los Angeles, in a Sun Valley, mostly in a house that the majority of the movie, that takes place in the house. It was a house that burned down, almost burned down quite a few years ago, and now they use it as a set. So the walls are black. It's very dank and damp and kind of like just what you see is kind of real. And then you set dress it, of course, but it's the location just adds, of course, so much to the movie. And when you walk into this space, it kind of just puts you into the character like immediately, and you just imagine her living in this house and it being as gross and kind of sad as it is. It just fully immerses you into the character. And then the earlier stuff was filmed in a studio, that's created to look like a house inside. And then the parts that I wasn't in, I don't know where they filmed, but yeah, so it was filmed all here in California.
Yeah, because as soon as I saw this, like that house, I'm like, is this a nightmare? Because it just looked like a nightmare.
Yeah, it adds so much to it. I mean, without having to do a lot. I mean, besides, they brought in the furniture, they brought in certain elements that we wanted in the film, but the look of the house, the black walls, just the feeling is all very, very real.
Yeah, it looked like it was taking part in a nightmare, and it basically looked like nobody really had to do anything to it.
Yeah, yeah, it's a perfect location for this kind of movie because you imagine her just living in this house with this kid and running around, and it's it kind of just sets it up for you.
So I have to tell you, I watched this movie at 3 o'clock in the morning
Oh my.
with my front door open and my back door open because it was really, really, really cold at night, and I decided
Oh,
to throw it on. and it got to the next to last scene. I'm not going to tell about the scene,
Yeah.
but when you finally see somebody,
Mhm.
and it actually made me jump off of my couch.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. I love that. Well, it
And
probably doesn't help that it's 3 a.m. in the morning, but yes.
I can usually watch films at all times. It doesn't really do anything to me. But
Oh,
that scene, I'm gonna tell you, I have never been scared in a film ever in my life until
oh,
this
wow.
film.
Well, that's a huge compliment. I will pass that on because, they Pierre and Max, the producer and director, they say, it's a movie for the fans by the fans. They're huge horror buffs, huge horror fans themselves. They make things that they would like to see, and they hope that, it scares people along the way as well. So the fact that it did is a huge accomplishment.
And I think we need more people like them making movies, because if they're a fan, they're going to treat their films like all of us would
Hmm.
and what all of us want to see. So I think we need more people like them making these films if
Yeah,
they
yeah,
if they
absolutely.
understand the concepts. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
so
absolutely. Yeah, they love watching it. So it comes from a place of, love and admiration and passion.
oh, absolutely. And I could tell in the film that it was passionate, because I can't say anything more about it. Like, I've been telling all my friends about it. I've been telling everybody to go see this, but as I
Oh,
as I told you in the email, it's not playing anywhere near us.
I know it's limited theaters, which unfortunately, a smaller movie, it's hard to get, nationwide, but it'll probably be on VOD to rent and stream, within the next month or so as well. So if people can't see it in the theater, if it's not playing in your location, it'll be coming soon. But if you can see it in the theater, it is
Go see
really
it in theaters.
fun to see with an audience. I've seen it 3 times with an audience, and it's a joy to see people jump and laugh and get scared and like you know feeling all the feelings that you have watching a horror film.
How did you first react when you saw the finished product?
I mean, it's weird for me because I'm in it, so I kind of know where everything is coming. But the one, especially if I'm in the scare, but the one thing that got me the first time was the cop being pulled, because I wasn't I didn't see how that was filmed. Like I was there, but I wasn't watching. I was off whatever I was doing, and so that got me the first time I watched it because I wasn't expecting that. And it's fun to see other people jump in that moment too.
So and then you're quietly like, I'm not the only one. Good.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because it's when when I'm doing the scare, it doesn't really get me because I know it's coming because I was filming it. But it's fun to see it come together. It's great to see the audience's reaction, and hopefully that get in somebody's brain.
Oh, you definitely got mine. Trust me, because
That's awesome.
I have a friend in California, and I immediately dialed him up and I said, "This movie's playing near you. Go see it tomorrow."
Oh, I hope he does. Oh, that's so kind. Thank you.
Oh, because I told you via email that I went to my AMC and asked about it. They said we've never heard of that movie, and I'm like, I can show you the movie if you would like.
Yeah,
And
if
they
you would
were
like
like,
to play it.
and they were like, we don't care. I'm like, and this is why I don't like going to like movie theaters, because they don't show independent films a lot.
Yeah, it's hard. You have to yeah. It's we're in a lot of AMC's and Regals around, which is great because that people with the memberships that, opens us up to people that maybe wouldn't see it, but they're like, "Oh, okay, I had the membership. I'll check it out." Which is great for us. It gives us um but yeah, then there's a lot of theaters that will only play the bigger movies. So it's always a struggle for indies. This is the biggest release I've had for an indie film as far as theater wise. So it's exciting, but also, of course, like you want everyone to be able to see it when they're like, I can't find it. I'm like, ah. So, it's a double-edged sword.
And it's funny that we're talking about this, because I just saw a Traumatica TV spot yesterday.
Oh, where at?
It was just on. I think it was either on Fox or something. It said coming to theaters, and it said Traumatica. I'm like, wait, it's getting a TV spot.
Yeah, you're like, but I can't see it in my area.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like Hardee's commercials and Carl's Jr. commercials, and we don't have one within like 4 states of us.
Well, I
So
will
it
say, yeah, I mean, I will say that if there is, it's kind of like the Terrifier, the uh, second and third one that came out. It's like if there is a demand for things, if people show up and see it where they can, then they're always open to like being able to expand because they can show, hey, people went and saw this movie, and they can expand to more cities, more states. So that's kind of the key to people it being able to be released in bigger areas, is like people showing up to see it in the areas that they can. So
Yeah.
hopefully people will, and maybe we'll get expanded into more areas.
Is there any chance of physical media for this one? Because I have to own this one.
I hope so. I feel like there will be. Two Witches had a DVD, so I feel like we will. I can't say for sure, but I hope so, because I know they filmed some cool like behind the scenes and stuff. So I hope so. I hope so.
And I love buying DVDs that has behind the scenes like footage and unused scenes and stuff like that. So I honestly hope we get it because I would love to own a copy of this movie.
Well, if you message them and say like, "Hey, I want to," I think when they see people that want something, then they see a demand for the thing.
Well, guess what I'll have to do? Guess I got to email some people today.
How do I get? Yes, hopefully so. Because I like to own all my own stuff too. So
So my next question is, how did you get involved in this film?
yeah, so like I said, I worked with them on Two Witches. And so, we were very familiar with each other, obviously, and had a great respect for each other. But I wasn't the first choice, because originally Pierre had an older woman in mind. He wanted it to be a grandmother kind of character. I guess he played a video game growing up where a grandmother chased a kid around the house. And so that's kind of where it was inspired from. But she couldn't do it for whatever reason. And so then he messaged me and asked me, "Hey, do you know anyone that might be interested? Like, we're looking for an older actor." And I was like, "Yeah, let me think about it and, get back to you." And then the next day he messaged me and he was like, "Do you want to do it?" And I was like, "Yeah, like I'd love to." So they, rewrote the script and tailored it to fit me. And yeah, and I was, thrilled to be a part of it. And working with Sean O'Brien again, who plays my dad. He and I worked on The Veil. Working with, I didn't get any scenes with Sean Whalen in this one, but he's worked with him a lot in Crust, and then we have Swipe that we just did, and he's my business partner as well. And working with, being in a film with him was great because now we're getting to promote it together, and that's been really fun. So yeah, that's how I got involved, and I'm so grateful and thankful that they, asked me to be a part of it.
Yeah, because if it honestly felt like the part was made for you,
Oh, well,
like
thank you. Yeah, thank you. I think once I came on board, then they were able to kind of like tailor it to me and what we wanted to try and do. And there was a lot, everything in the film is me. I didn't have a stunt double, so I got to do a lot of things that I've never done before, like the running on all fours. That's me. It's like just doing stuff that I, was like, well, we'll see. We'll find out if I could do it or not.
that part was absolutely terrifying. I was like,
Thank you.
there. I'm like, this is absolutely nightmare stuff.
Well, thank you. It was, we did it in two takes, and I kind of practiced in my living room a little bit, but I was like, we're just gonna find out. It's some stuff you have to, within, obviously you want to be safe, but some stuff you kind of have to do while the camera's going, because you can kind of practice, but it was one of those where I was like, just call action and we're just gonna see what happens. And all you have all the adrenaline going, and you're like, we're just gonna make it work.
Yeah, but how do you practice that though? That's the
That's
thing.
that's the thing. It's like I could sort of in my living room, but I was like, I'm just gonna have to try. And then if for some reason I couldn't do it on the day, then we were, gonna have to like figure something else out. But um I don't know, I made it work. So
Yeah, because all I'm gonna say is just go see it. Like,
thank you.
because it is. I don't think I've like I told you I hadn't. I don't think I've ever seen a movie like this before. And
Yeah, it's different, and I like that the way they tell the story in a non-linear way, I think is really interesting because you when you meet my character, you think you know her, you think you know that she's the villain of the story. And then when as the movie goes on and you find out what happened to her and why she is the way she is, then maybe you have some sympathy and then you kind of come out not knowing how you're going to feel about her, which I love. When I read the script, I was like, "Oh, that's going to be fun because not everybody is just one thing. We all are, complicated, complex creatures." And so I knew it was going to be fun to explore both sides of her and not just, she's not just one thing.
that's what I like about this movie because it makes you feel a certain way by the end of it.
Mhm.
When usually horror movies just give you a cut and dry good versus evil type film,
Mhm.
but this
Yeah.
actually makes like grabs your heart by the end of it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, because people, when you see somebody's backstory, and not that what she was doing was okay, and not that any of what was happening was okay, but you start to kind of maybe understand where she is coming from and like why she's doing the things she's doing. And then it makes you ask yourself, if I was in her situation, like let's say it was that crazy situation, and it was up to me to protect a family member, would I do the same? And that opens up a very human question, and I love being able to explore like that in a film, because I'd love to say that, I don't know what me as Rebecca would be willing to do, if it came down to someone I loved.
Yeah, and that's why I think I gravitate toward the film because it makes you feel something by the end of it.
Yeah, yeah, thank you.
Instead of just a cut and dry, okay, there's the bad guy, there's the good guy. We got to see who wins, basically.
Right, right, you don't really know who to root for.
So every interview we conclude with, we have the biggest question we ask anybody. So this is going to be a thinker. I'm going to warn you.
Oh no.
So if you could fantasize your dream role for you in any horror movie, what would it be?
Oh, that's a great question. That's hard. You know, I've always felt like I've gotten compared a lot to like Sissy Spacek, and I am too old to play Carrie now, but I was talking with another interviewer and we were joking around, and they said, what if they did a reimagining where Carrie didn't die in the movie and at the end, and she lived, and like what her life would be like now? And I was like, oh, that would be really interesting. Because I can't play her in high school anymore, but I like, what if she was in her 20s or 30s, and like, you were exploring like what would have happened if she lived. And so I'm going to say that because it probably will never exist, but it would be fun to explore.
That'd be amazing. Like an alternate timeline movie.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
all for
Because
it.
it saddens me that I will never be able to play that because I'm too old. But and I use some of her inspiration for Two Witches for sure. But that's the kind of character that like would be really interesting. Or a different film, but maybe a character that's kind of like, similar esque, or. I mean, when I'm looking for stuff, it doesn't I'm not like, oh, I want to do this or that. It's more the character, and are they interesting to me? Are they unique? Do they have something to say? Are they complex? Are they struggling with something, whether it be internal or external? There's a place for the slashers, the women in slashers that run from the bad guy, and I respect those. But as an actor, I'm always wanting hungry for something that is like deeper. So that's mostly what I'm interested in is just characters that make me think. If at the end of the day,
Now I have to go back and watch Two Witches now because
yeah,
I I just saw the poster behind you. Now I have to see it because that poster is absolutely wild.
yeah, it's on Shutter and AMC Plus, also Amazon, I think as well. So I think if you like this film, you will like that one as well. Same, like I said, same producer and director, and they just I feel like Pierre just creates really interesting visuals and imagery that hopefully sticks in your mind.
Oh, it definitely does. didn't sleep till 8 o'clock the following morning. It's okay.
My parents haven't seen it yet. They're going to this weekend in Dallas, and I've tried to tell them like it is scary, but I don't think they're going to be quite prepared. I
Have they
wish I was.
always watched your stuff?
They do. They do. They've seen everything I've done. Um, I wish I was sitting next to them because I would really like to be seeing their reactions while they're watching. Uh,
Oh, that would be amazing just to
yeah,
see just their facial expressions by itself.
yeah, yeah. Is because they thought Two Witches was wild, and I'm like, just wait, just wait.
That's pretty much the tagline. Just wait, just
Yeah,
because nothing's going to prepare anybody for this film. That's all I'm going to say. It's if you can see this film in theaters, go see it in theaters. That's all I'm going to tell people because
thank you, thank
it
you.
is an
I,
experience.
I hope people will check it out. Give us, smaller movies. That's indie movies are where the like what it's a labor of love always, right? And
Yep,
so I hope people will check it out and give it a chance. And whether you don't like it or like it, people are hopefully talking about it. That's the main thing is we're opening up conversations whether people like it or not.
pretty much. And I've already told all my friends about it, so I
Well, they
can't
better
wait.
go see it. They better, or you're going to be like, why haven't you seen this movie yet?
If I have to fly to California, I will. Like,
That would
because
be
this, I can only imagine how this movie is in theaters.
it's the first time I saw it was at Fright Fest in London, and we played it to an 800 seat theater, and it was pretty much sold out. So that was really exciting because like somebody yelled loudly, "Oh Jesus!" like after a scene. Um, people were like jumping. It's they released a behind, a hidden camera reaction video. And I was at that screening, and it was very much people that were coming to see the movie that were not involved. Like we did not hire anybody, and it was fun to see their reactions to the to the movie because people were jumping and like laughing and cringing and like during the booger scene people were like, oh my god, like it was just it's so fun to see people reacting to things.
Because that's the advertisement I saw was the infrared camera at a screening, and people were
Yeah.
like jumping around and stuff.
Yeah, I was at that one. It was really fun because we did like an introduction and then we did a Q&A, and it was fun to get. And my friend came that doesn't do horror, and she kept looking at me during the movie to make sure I was still there, like I still was like not like turning into something else.
Well, what you? Oh my God! If you could have got a chance to go put makeup on and then come back, and then her turn around, and that would have been absolutely wild to me.
I know. We joked around about like, I should have been sitting in the audience, like with the stuff on or something.
That would have been. I would have ran out because if you would have like the eyes. Nope, I'm out.
Yeah, right,
You can
right.
have this theater. This ain't mine anyway. So where can people follow you?
They can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Becca Bekahk. I'm also on X. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok, though I am newly. I mean, I made my first videos like in 2020, and then I stopped because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm trying to make more. So you can follow me, Rebekah L Kennedy. If you Google me in the social media platform, I'll definitely pop up. And I'm good about responding and replying. So if people find me and they watch the movie, let me know what you think, and I'll definitely love the feedback. So
So so go see Traumatica in theaters now, and then after that, go home and watch Two Witches
yeah, double feature.
double feature because I'm watching Two Witches tonight.
Oh, thank you, Leia. Let me know what you think for
Oh, I
sure.
will. Rebecca, thank you very much for joining me. I know your schedule is pretty busy right now.
Of course, thank you, Justin. Thank you for making this happen, and watching the film and supporting it just means a lot to us.
Thank you. Like, thank you for putting out these amazing films. Like, I should be thanking you.
Oh, well, you're very sweet. I appreciate it very much.
If you need anything from us, we're always here. You're always welcome to come back.
Yeah, I would love to come back for and promote the next thing I have for sure.
Of course. You're always welcome.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thanks.